Slam book question number 2.
I'm so sorry. I was so busy celebrating a wedding in my family that I didn't know. I'm just hearing everything now. But um, Kabir Singh won Best Album, so I'm very happy. I'm not on the jury. Yeah, what can I say? I don't
Sir, you're not getting the answers you want, aren't you? Okay, listen. I mean, okay, it's a different platform. It's the Netflix platform, so you'll probably take questions only around the film. But I guess we have one more question. Yes, ma'am, we'll finish with you.
Hi, Ruchi, this is Priyanka from Indian Express. I wanted to understand that I've spoken to a lot of female directors, and they've always said that it's not easy for people to take instructions from a woman. For you, on Guilty, did you ever feel that? Do you also kind of see that men, women, especially men, have problems taking instructions from a female helmer?
Okay. So, I mean, I've been directing for a while. So, I've also, I think there is a difference when you're a woman and you are heading something. One forms a way to deal with those things. Um, there is a story behind
Can I cut her
Guilty.
there? I asked, when I heard the narration, I asked Ruchi, um, have you had a similar incident or is this why you wrote this story? Like, what was the reason? Is this your story? Do you know? Where does this come from?
Okay, so basically, I did write, I mean, the seed of the idea and everything, which I then wrote with Kanika Dhillon and then Atika Chauhan, she wrote the dialogues. So, I mean, we were discussing the issues that women face on a normal day to day basis. And when you're writing a story, then you try and develop it into a dramatic exposition of that. So, I mean, it is different. It is different for a woman, and it's different for a man, which you learn by observation. But at the end of the day, when you really want to do something, as you would know as well, uh, we all find our own ways to do it. So,
Isn't
yeah.
that sad that we have to find ways to achieve something which men just get it because male entitlement?
Um, See, like again, I just want to say the film that was the seed, but I was very aware that there's also always going to be another side. There's another side about how men feel. Like if you talk to men, they also sometimes feel that women get an easy pass. We would be like, excuse me, that doesn't happen. So there's always two sides to an argument, which is actually what I wanted to capture in this film. But the seed was definitely feeling as a woman that we were trying to cast a film, and a lot of the male stars said no. And I was so angry, and I was talking to Karan, and Karan told me, he's like, there's really no reason for them to say no to you because this film is really good, the script is really good, and you've got a body of work, so they should be saying yes. But I have a feeling it could be because they're not comfortable working with a woman filmmaker. And I'm like, well, I love this film, but I'm not going to have a sex change for it. so, so, um, so I think the anger of that did fuel me wanting to make this film. And that really was the core basis. And then, of course, when you're writing a film, then you want to be fair to all the characters and give each person in your film dignity and a story and a motivation and a thought process. So I think we found a good balance, a good human balance, but that was the core.
All right, sir, kitne sawal, sir? You have a question? Okay. So you had something to... Oh, kya baat hai yaar. That's a statement,
Thank
sir.
you
Super.
so much. We
Thank
need
you.
that.
All right, that brings us to the end of this Q&A session. Karan has been sitting there like a principal who's just suddenly in school or in class just listening to his students answer. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, 6th of March, Guilty streams on Netflix. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Karan Johar, can we have an applause?
Hi and good afternoon. This is special today for various reasons. Firstly, I have to say, and I have to make a special mention to our childhood when I say this, that we, contrary to the word that has now become famous in our industry, which is nepotism, that is not the reason why any of us are here on this platform. Shrishti and her family have been very close friends of ours, and our fathers were really dear friends, our mothers are dear friends today, and it's wonderful that we can collaborate as friends and keep that professional and personal relationship going. That's always a rare and a blurred line to kind of be on. But I think Shrishti and us at Dharma and Dharmatic have managed to do that. And this has been an effective collaboration for various reasons. Netflix, as you all know, is a tremendous platform, a global platform that really encourages and nurtures strong content. So for us to collaborate with them was really an honor at our end, and also a privilege to actually be able to tell the stories we really want to, with the abandon and the craft and creativity that we really want to bring to the table. This is, for all practical purposes and for all of you to know, our first collaboration. Dharmatic and Netflix come together. There's been a lot of conjecture about other shows and other films that people think are Dharmatic and to do with us. But this is the first collaboration that is the Dharmatic Netflix exclusive deal collaboration, and that will be at a screen near you in March. And we're very, very excited to tell the story of Guilty. Guilty has intrigue, Guilty has resonance, Guilty has relevance. And more than that, Guilty has a strong narrative and storytelling and some terrific performances. We're very excited to actually have a film that is led by a solid mainstream star, but also bring new talent to the table along with a very strong filmmaker. So I'm very excited actually to share the preview of the film with you and to call on the members of the cast and the filmmaker and of course writers who always form the soul of any narrative. I'd like to begin by calling the CEO of Dharma Productions and a major stakeholder and partner in Dharmatic, Apurva Mehta. I'd like to call the head of creative development, digital and film, Somen Mishra. I'd like to now invite on stage the director. I am very excited to say that I've had the great privilege of working with lots of women directors. We've always had strong collaborations, and Ruchi Narayan has been a super experience for us and has really told a strong narrative with a lot of expertise and nuance. Ruchi, welcome. And now I'd like to invite the writers. We have Kanika Dhilan. I hope she's here. Is she here? Atika Chauhan. Atika and Kanika. So it's quite interesting. Hi, Atika. It's quite interesting that it's such a strong female-led narrative, led by a mainstream female actor, directed by a woman, creatively nurtured by a strong woman, and all of us at Dharma are such strong feminists, including Somen, Apurva, and me, that we feel like proud to tell this story and want to continue telling stories led by women, created by women, nurtured by women. I'd like to now invite on stage the exceptional cast. I want to start by saying that we have 2 debuts in this film, 2 actor debuts, both strong artists who actually have made their debut with us at Dharmatic and also Dharma. Both of them solid talents, and we are very excited to do a body of work with them even in the future. They've lent their talent and their creativity to the narrative of Guilty, and we're very, very excited. So I'd like to invite on stage Gurfateh Pirzada. And a friend of mine and someone who's been waiting to exhale for very many years and is now breathing life into Guilty, none other than Akansha Ranjan Kapoor. I will tell you a very sweet story about Akansha, but only later. I'd like to invite on stage a solid artist, an artist who's playing a very integral part of Guilty, Tahir Shabir. Tahir has worked with us in the company at Dharma in the capacity of an assistant, actually, way back in 2011, and now marks a solid presence in our film, Guilty. And now, I'd like to invite someone who I consider my own, who I consider like was always a part of the company, even though she didn't make her debut with us, but I just feel like she did. I've just taken charge of her in my own way, in my own head, emotionally, with love in my heart. I want to invite an actor who has truly proved her strength time and again and keeps surprising people with her choices and has had the most wonderful last year with 2 mega blockbusters. Please welcome the gorgeous and the supremely talented Kiara Advani. All right. I think I have introduced practically everybody that was standing in the aisles. This is the team of Guilty, ladies and gentlemen, and we're guilty of only making a solid film. We hope you enjoy it when it's out at a screen near you. Right now, we're very happy to pose for you. As you know, that's what I do for a living. And after that, we will be showing you the very first look of Guilty.
It's a big